Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your December reading. Now, it's the last month of the year, so we're going to do things slightly differently. We are going to have a look, first and foremost, at things we can let go of, things we are not taking into 2021, things we can leave behind. We are then going to have a look at things we can just relax and enjoy for the rest of the year. We've only got 1 month left, and then we are going to have a look at what we've learned. Now, that has been really interesting so far for all the other signs. So definitely cross-watch if you're dealing with other people. Definitely check them out if you want to have a look at your moon and your rising sign as well. So, Sagittarius, December 2020, what can you let go of? Okay, first off, we have 9 of Cups. Now, listen, this 9 of Cups view for me is all about the dreams. It's all about that moment of really, like, the other side is someone taking a moment out from his party to get out on his balcony and just relax. This side is like, that's what I'm looking at. So if you've been, and it's interesting because that's a really, really positive card. However, in a let go reading, it feels a little bit to me like you need to let go of the, it's like you need to let go of the actual, just the dreams. And do you know what? It's really hard to say, stop dreaming, because I think we all need to carry on dreaming. We all need to do that and keep focusing and keep moving. But you've also kind of got to accept that if you don't do anything about it, we're just going to go with those 2 cards because nothing else came out. If you don't do anything about it with that card, then it is just literally a dream. And that's a lonely moment. Because on the one hand, yes, that, you know, that dream person that you've been thinking about for all this time is there, but what are you doing about it? There's no point just like literally wistfully thinking about them. You need to put plans into action. You need to make sure that you do stuff to get things to happen. Because the other card you've got is the 9 of Pentacles, which again, really, really lovely card, really positive, if it wasn't in the let go spread. So my question to you Sagittarians is, do you really feel that you've got everything you want? Because all I'm saying is these are really nice cards. I'd be really, really happy for these cards to come up in any other spread than a let go spread. But it feels almost like I think it was Virgo that had something similar, where it's that you're putting on this brave face and portraying yourself as having this everything sorted out, being really, really close to getting what you want. Because let's face it, the majority of the goal is the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So to have the 9s show up should be really, really good. But it's a let go spread. So my question is, are you showing that to the world? Is that the face you're putting on? That you've got this, you know, perfect life, everything's good and everything's okay. In which case, stop putting it on and start actually leaning into your emotions and leaning into what's going wrong and work on them and try and progress through it. Try and put the work in to see how you can change that and actually make them a reality. The other option, of course, is that because we've got the 4 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So the other option is that these 2 cards are representing the fact that you're very comfortable with what you've got. And listen, I'm not having a go at anyone for being content. A friend of mine once said to me, people spend all their lives struggling to feel content. So don't beat yourself up for being content and being, in my opinion, at the time, I thought I was being quite lazy. And I wasn't driven. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just really content in what I've got going on. And she was like, that's great. Don't beat yourself up for it. So listen, I'm not beating you up for it in turn. But if you feel that you are like, what you've got is good enough, fantastic. If you feel you've settled, not so fantastic. There's a reason the phrase is settling down, is where I'm going to leave it for that one. Okay, let's get on to a positive note. Let's have a look at what you can enjoy for the rest of 2020. Let's see what Sagittarius can enjoy for the last month of this year. Because congratulations, we have made it through to 2020. First one, straight out, Ace of Wands. I love this, Sagittarius. Now is the time. Like I always refer to December as feeling very much like that moment when you get home from school and you've done your homework, you've had dinner, and you can just kick back and watch TV for a bit without any stress. Because you can, everything's done, you can just relax. That for me is a great time. Like I think that's the big thing with December is it's a great opportunity to look back over the year and decide what we're letting go of, what we're not taking with us, and also just really focus on what it is that we want to bring in the new year. You know, I mean, I know we're not all Cinderella; it's not all going to magically change at midnight, but having that focus, same as a Monday morning. I love a Monday morning. It's a fresh new week. It's a new opportunity, full of new things, excitement. It's great. You will very rarely hear me wake up on a Monday morning and go, "Oh, it's Monday." Anyway, then we've got a Three of Swords. Now, again, that shouldn't be coming up in a what can we get excited about spread, but this is a process, and this is where I think actually, it's almost like if you've been waiting for someone to let you down. I think that's coming this month, and actually, on the one hand, it's not pleasant for someone to be letting you down, for someone to be disappointing you, for someone to be breaking your heart, because it's a Three of Swords. This is very much the vision of like everything's come apart, and that's who's done it. You can see who's done it. It's rainy, it's horrible, it's not a pleasant moment. But if it's something that needs doing, then you need to go through it. And that brings you back to the Page of Pentacles, which again is about the focus and about the new opportunities. Like he's got that one ace, that one pentacle. It's very much the Ace of Pentacles for me, the Page of Pentacles. Very much about taking this one pentacle you've got and making something grow, taking the opportunity and turning it into something, taking the opportunity with that Ace of Wands. This hurt that you're going to go through, this letdown that's coming up, it's probably in your best interest. And I think it comes back to those nines previously, that you've been settling for the situation that you're in, thinking, well, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not having a go at anyone for having someone that's good enough. But maybe if you let it go, it gives you the opportunities to find something new and to really drill down on what it is that you want. Because let's face it, if someone, for example, let's say in a love relationship, if someone breaks up with you, yes, listen, it is awful. There's no two ways about it. The amount of readings that people come to me for post breakup is incredible. Which, if you want a private reading, emails in the description box below, and also the 2021 readings. I don't know if I've said about that already. Anyway, we'll come to 2021s at the end. Right, let's get on to the juicy stuff. Let's see what Sagittarius have learned in 2020, because I think we can all agree 2020 is not the year we were anticipating, but we've all learned a lot about ourselves in the process of 2020. So let's have a quick look. God, Sagittarius. Two of Cups. Guys. Girls. I'm going to keep going with this situation where you're in a relationship that's a situationship and you've settled. And you've either learned, I love the Two of Cups. I love the Lovers. I'm a Gemini. We all know it. But there's a big difference between the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Now, for me, the Two of Cups is more about something stable, about something balanced. And listen, on the one hand, maybe you've learned that this year. Maybe you've learned that actually the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups is something that maybe you've always felt there's that piece missing, and that piece missing is the soulmate side of things. But there's a lot to be said for being in a situationship where it's balanced and it's happy, and yes, you might lose the highs, but in the words of Will Young, you spared the lows. We've also got the Justice. So I think this year you've really learned to balance things up, and you've learned to do the right thing. More so for you than for other people, because I think there's a tendency as well for us to do what we think other people consider the right thing, and that isn't necessarily in our best interest. That doesn't necessarily help us through things, to keep doing what we think other people want us to do or what other people need us to do. And sometimes you have to cut back and say, you know what, that doesn't work for me. Maybe it doesn't work for my relationship. It doesn't work for the balance, because this doesn't have to be, this Two of Cups is balanced, but it doesn't have to be between two people. That can also be within yourself, that you've learned to accept what's happy within you. Because this, if you flip over to the other side of the card, you've got the Ace of Cups fountain in the background. So it's very much about that union coming together, like this side of it. This side I feel like it's a bit more well, there's two ways I take it. One is when you're alone at night, where does your heart go? The other is it's more about you than it is about someone else. This is about finding love, having that Ace of Cups fountain moment. This is about accepting the parts of yourself, the different side of, of your feminine and your masculine within yourself. Like a friend of mine just introduced me to Jake, Awake with Jake, the podcast, and it's very much about balancing the masculine and the feminine energies within ourselves to make ourselves better, to heal, do all those nice things. But listen, Sagittarius, I feel like it's been a bit of a year for you guys, a bit of an emotional upheaval, and I do feel it will get better, because I feel you've learned to find. And again, both of these actually jump out at me as balance cards. Both of them offer equality. They offer balance, stability. So it's good. There's some good lessons. Maybe not as good as some of the other signs, but we can't all be winners. Well, we can. Anyway, right, let's have a look if there's any more surprises in store for December for you guys before we finish up. And it's the last one of the year. So yeah, if I don't see you between now and next year, have a wonderful Christmas, whatever it is that you're doing, however you choose to spend it, because I think it's going to be very different this year. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I quite like a quiet Christmas. Any surprises for December? 10 of Pentacles. Literally, we were just saying this about you letting go of the nines. Don't sit on your laurels in the nines. Look out for that lovely moment. Look out for that 10 of Pentacles, because really this is a back view. That's the lovely front view where is the fool's grown up and he's matured and he's done everything he needs to do and he can sit back and relax with his dog. This is like, oh, I remember what I used to have. That's all I'm going to say. You might have a little bit of a sneaky moment where someone creeps back in. Who knows? Anything else for Sagittarius? Oh God, you literally can't even write this. 10 of Swords. Listen, I think that 3 of Swords is coming for you. And I actually think it's going to be the chink that in the armour. I think it's going to be the bit that sets you free. I'm going to leave it there because that was a lot. Okay, as I said, if you would like to book a private reading or a 2021 monthly breakdown reading, drop me an email. Don't forget to grab me on Instagram because I do a lot of free content on there. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.